Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with our next episode of Professor Builds a Satisfactory. We need to continue working towards rebuilding out the production of cooling systems, which requires heat sinks, which requires nitrogen, which requires a number of different things. And we were bringing all of that together on the beaches down across from where the oil fields are. But we've been having problems getting things together. I've died a lot. Stuff like that. The last thing was figuring out how to get coal over in order to produce aluminum scrap, which I had completely forgotten I needed. I'm going to try and do some things before we jump back into the video. I want to do a little bit of running around to see if there's ways that we can get coal there from another location, such as maybe a truck from the bottom of the falls or a drone, something along those lines. Then we're going to keep working towards that. I'm also going to take some more rubber and run it back to see if we can get things moving a little bit faster for modular engines. I may actually try and speed that up. The other thing to keep in mind is that we still have nuclear pasta to worry about, and although I've got copper powder being produced, I haven't looked at the other pieces. So we'll take a look at that as well, especially if I get frustrated with the coal. So let's go jump back in. Okay, here we are back at the hub, and I have been doing a lot of running around, just trying to put things in different places, make sure that all of the storage units are full, stuff like that, as well as doing some research to try and figure out what's the best way to get coal down to the aluminum production. And unfortunately, it's either going to have to be from that vein that we found at the end of the last episode, which I'm not 100% sure that I know how to get back to that mine or to that vein, or it's transporting it from the waterfall. And that's going to require a drone. It's not going to be able to be done via tractor. Before we do any of that, however, one of the things that I did think about wanting to do is expanding the stack increase, which is increasing the depot expansion to 300%. I have enough. I went and crafted what I needed for that. So let's go ahead and unlock that. We have the 7 Mercer spheres. We needed 100 sand fluctuators. I crafted those real quick. What's it? Huh? Missing materials. Oh, I need 103. That's fine. I can do that. Okay. Alright, so that'll increase all of the dimensional depot sizes by 300%.
Dimensional expansion increased to 300%. New understanding of matter manipulation technology allows the dimensional storage to deconstruct all matter to the subatomic level, storing its elementary particles until the part is recalled.
You are digging into deeper layers. Shallow matter contains window symphonies and void songs and deep echoes.
It is fascinating what one can find out simply by looking closer.
Okay. So the next one would require 13. That'll increase it by another 400%. I'm not worried about the sand fluctuators. We got more than enough material there, and I can always go back and get more. But if we wanted to increase the speed, we would need another 7 there. What is this? Oh, that's right, being able to upload from our inventory. I might want to try and do that one next, but let me go ahead and put this back. So I've now got enough here that I can work with. We'll put that back. Okay, so if we are going to do drones again, I would need 2 drone ports and a drone. The fuel is easy. I can actually transport it across from where it's being produced. So I'm not necessarily worried about that. I'd have to craft a radio control unit. I'd have to craft a portable miner. Actually, I'd have to craft 21 radio control units. And I'd also have to pick up some aluminum. Ooh. Where's the extra aluminum sheeting? But I guess the question is, do we go through that effort I guess the thing that I'm sure, I'll be honest here. The thing that I am truly struggling with right now is that I cannot set up efficient production because of how spread apart all of my minerals are, or all of my part capabilities, the veins, whether it's nitrogen, oil, coal, what have you. They're all spread apart from so many different places that it requires transport. I think we go this route. The problem that I'm going to run into is the radio control units. And considering, actually, you know what? No, it's not. Where are my tickets? Because I still have tickets to pick up. The aluminum sheeting and the modular frames I'm not worried about. I think I can grab those without any issue. It's the radio control units that are going to be the problem, because they require computers. So, where are they? Here we go. Okay. Alright, let me craft the portable miner. Heavy modular frames I can get up here. And then the aluminum sheeting will have to stop at... because I think there should still be a storage unit with aluminum sheeting near where the aluminum casings are being produced. Okay. All right. We also have 2 additional Mercer spheres that if we wanted to craft a couple more dimensional depots, we could. Like, I would like to have one for steel beams and one for steel pipes. Oh, we've only got 1 ticket here. I'll be damned. I really thought I was going to get more than that here. I may have picked them up a little while ago and not realized it, or not remembered it. Okay, so that's casings. What did I do with the extra... Huh. Oh, no. I don't know what I did with... Oh, crap. Means I don't have any extra aluminum sheeting. Okay, so we only have 19 more of those. I don't know if you'll notice, but I did, up in the top right-hand corner, I did take another 50 Advanced Director Systems over to the space elevator. So we do have an extra 50 of those. One thing I do want to do is I've got aluminum casings in my current inventory. Let me make sure to put those in there. Oh, never mind. I actually need those. Yeah. This isn't quite getting enough aluminum ingots specifically. Problem is, yeah, it's the silica. I wonder if I can... Huh. I wonder if that'll speed things along a little bit and produce a little bit more silica. I don't know. We'll see. In any case, that's not why I'm here. I've got to figure out how to get aluminum sheeting. I guess I'm going to have to go back and buy some. It's not a big deal. It's just annoying that I have to do it, that I have to go back. It actually should be one of the more less expensive items. One of these days I'm going to need to tear down that Christmas tree. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, only 2. How many does that give me anyway? Oh, 200? Yeah, more than enough. And we'll put the tickets away. Back down to 32. Alright. Let's go get this started. The good thing is as I said, I can run the fuel directly over from where it's being produced. So we're never going to have to worry about being out of fuel or that I'm going to have to transport fuel around. Alright, I'll see you when we get there. Okay. So, we're going to want to bring coal to that building, plant, whatever. So, I think the best thing is to put the drone port here. Turned this way. Yeesh. Alright, maybe not. How much coal does this... I think it expects very little. No? 120 per minute. Alright, so we do need to have... Alright. Okay. Alright, so there's that. The fuel I'm going to have to bring from over there. I'll figure that out in a second. I also, though, need to figure out power. Alright, I know what I'm going to do there. I'm going to put it right there. Crap. Okay, so that's now got power. I haven't put a drone there, so it doesn't matter, but... and I haven't run power to any of this yet, either. What is this storage unit here? Oh, there's the aluminum sheeting. I didn't need to buy any after all. Well, that's my own fault. Okay, I still have to put a drone port over at the other location, but... First of all, let me change this name. Oil field aluminum. Okay. Alright, let's see how we can get... Oh, we can actually probably take... We might actually be able to do this very easily. Now I just gotta figure out what the best way is to bring the fuel to there. Okay. Okay, got an idea. Got an idea. We'll do... That's not what I want. Alright, that's a little teeny tiny bit of clipping, but not a lot. I'm good with that. Alright, let's see if we can do this. Okay. And then I think we can do this down to... Yep, okay. Perfect. There we go. Okay. So that very soon will have fuel. And therefore I will not have to worry about fuel at the other depot. I can rely specifically on this one. Okay. So the next thing then, this is producing water and bauxite, or it's taking in water and bauxite, I'm sorry. It's producing alumina and silica at 50 per minute. This is taking aluminum scrap and water, plus it's taking in the alumina and the coal, so it's not using the silica at all. I'm going to have to figure out something to do with the silica. Again, one problem at a time. Because then this is going to go, this is producing aluminum scrap, and for aluminum sheeting, oops. I think we need aluminum ingots first, and the copper ingots, yeah. Alright, so the copper ingots are further down the beach. Alright, so for aluminum ingots, okay, it is aluminum scrap and silica. Okay. What is that an assembler? Yeah, it's going to be the assembler. And then we're going to bring the water back around to feed back into there. We're also going to want to take the excess alumina solution from here and do the same thing that we did before over at the aluminum casing production and create packaged alumina solution so that it can go into the fix-it thing. But again, one problem at a time. I'm trying to think of what do I want to do. I think I need to go get the coal transport situation completely fixed. Alright, so I'm going to need to head all the way over to where the coal comes from the waterfall. So I will see you when I get there. Okay, here we are, and this is that truck station that grabs coal and takes it over to quick wire. No, it takes it to... Actually, I don't remember where it takes it to be 100% honest with you. I've forgotten how some of this even works. It's been so long since I put it all together. In either case, I put a splitter here where the coal is coming from the waterfall. And we're going to take coal from here. So I'm going to just grab some stuff. I think I can get rid of these rocks. At least I hope I can. I can't always tell which ones can be exploded and which ones can't. Neither one of them. Okay, fan-freaking-tastic. Alright, that's fine. Alright, what I want to do now then is I want to put the second drone port away from where the truck might be. So... because the truck's going to turn around. You can see where the arrows are. Let me see what happens here. How much are they giving the truck? Not a ton. I mean, it's continuing to fill, so it's never ever, 100% full. Maybe I put the drone port over here then, on this flat area. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so drone port here. We'll spin it. Spin it like that. And the good thing is we already have power, so we can run power directly to it. I will then run... Nope, that's fuel. There we go. And I think that's all that we need to do. I don't know how well this is going to work. I've got to be honest. Because I just realized that the 120 per minute that's coming from there is being split to 60 per minute coming into here. So this isn't getting filled as quickly. That's not getting filled as quickly. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be enough. I may have to live with it for now. At least until I can spend some more time trying to find my way to where I created that miner on top of the coal vein down near the beaches. Because maybe we can eventually swap this and get coal from there. Maybe when we go to Phase 5. Okay, I need to get back to... Hold on a minute, is there... let's make sure there's nothing else that I need to do here. Because fuel's going to come from the other location. So I don't need to worry about fuel. Yeah, I'm just going to need to craft the drone from over there and make sure to set up the pathing. Okay, I am going to head back to the oil fields. I will see you when I get there. Okay, here we are back at the new aluminum production. This is now full of fuel. Excellent. So the next thing is to craft the drone. Where's transport? There it is. Okay. Now, we need to... Oh, crap. I didn't change the name of the new one. Okay, so this is oil field... Oil field aluminum. It's going to go to, I guess, Mexico City? I guess that's the name of the new one? 53 per trip, so that's good. Although it took 73. No, it took 63. I guess it took an extra 10 in case it needed to actually do something. And the great thing about drones, you don't have to worry about radio buttons for, hey, input, output. Okay, so this gets coal going. We now need to turn on the power for everything. Alright, now I need to worry about the silica. So let's go ahead and... I think it's... What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a... storage unit here. Okay. Alright. Sorry to do this, buddy, but you gotta go. Okay. Okay, so according to member of the community, Zoop is what I want here. Oh, wow. I love it. Thank you very much for the wonderful commenter in the community giving me that information. Okay, now I need to build an assembler to bring aluminum scrap from here. Oh yeah, I've also got to do something with the water. I may just put the water into a fluid thing for now, until I can figure out something else to do. If I have the ability to do that, that is. Yeah, I do. Okay. Alright, I need an assembler. Let's build... Alright, that's going to have to be good enough for now. Assembler. Other way. Alright, so one part of that is going to be the aluminum scrap. Oh man, how much does this even need? I built the wrong thing. I think. Hold on. I need a foundry. That's what I need. I built the wrong freaking thing. Foundry. Wow, really didn't need that much space. Okay, we're going to want aluminum ingots. Yeah, we can do 2 of these. Okay? And then this I'm going to have to do via a splitter. And we only need 90 per minute. So we're going to need Mark IIs. Okay. Now, this is going to produce the ingots. They're going to produce 60 per minute. The aluminum sheeting. Requires the copper ingots. Question is, I don't know how many, so I need an assembler here. Aluminum sheeting. It's going to only produce 30, and it only needs 30 aluminum ingots. This is going to be producing 60. Oh, crap. Which means that I could actually run... Alright, hold on. I don't have to do all of this at one time, but... And I still have to worry about getting the copper here, but I also need to get power. Alright, let's put a power pole. Oh, this one's not configured. There we go. Which means I actually need 2 more assemblers for this one. I still have to get copper here, but you know, look, one problem at a time at this point. We're gonna need a splitter. Which means these are going to have to get moved. Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Okay. Now I need to do the same thing over here. Okay. That's all done. Now, these can't produce anything because they don't have the copper. So that's the next step of this process. However, I am going to actually stop the video here, and we'll finish this in the next episode, or I'll do, you know, two very shorter episodes at one time this weekend, because I need to make a trip back to the aluminum casing production so that we can make sure that the aluminum casings are still continuing to be transported for fuel, or with fuel, for the fused modular frames. So, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll stop the episode here, make this one a little bit shorter. We'll do a, we'll try and wrap up all of the production for aluminum sheeting, which feeds into heat sinks. Oops, I gotta go do this. Which then feeds into the cooling systems. We still got a lot of work to do. All right, take that. This, and this, and this. Okay. All right, so now we know what to look forward to. We're going in finally a positive direction. I still don't necessarily like the fact that I had to use drones, because drones are just, there's so much to them. That being said, now that I have fuel being produced, it's not as bad as it could be. In any case, as always, if you are enjoying the content, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, or comment button. Please keep those comments coming. I truly appreciate every one of them. I definitely need to respond to a few of you, and I have forgotten. I do apologize. It's been a very busy week at work. But we'll get back with another episode either very, very soon, as in multiples this very weekend, or I'll see you in the next episode on Tuesday. With that, everyone have a great weekend, and hopefully I'll see you soon.